the MVP of last year's Super Bowl, a two-time Pro Bowl selection, completed over 68% of his passes for over 4,600 yards and 45 touchdowns this past season. Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is my guest. Aaron, great to have you back on. How are you?
I'm doing good, Jim. Thanks for having me back, buddy.
Aaron, I appreciate you doing it. Nice to have you on. I would imagine you're not going to get anywhere near Indy this week?
Actually, I'm going to be coming out there later on this week. The NFL has the new honors awards show. I'm going to be there for that, and I might be helping NBC out on Sunday as well.
Oh, wait a minute. You're up for an award. You got something working like the MVP?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Aaron, how do you feel about that? I mean, what would it mean to you to win the award?
It would mean a lot. It really would. You know, it was a great season for us. We accomplished a lot collectively, individually. You know, we didn't achieve our ultimate goal, which is the most important thing in winning championships, and that's kind of the standard that we've set in Green Bay, and it's been set for a long time because of the tradition of winning that we have. So we fell short on that, but individually, it would definitely mean a lot to me to win that award.
We'll find out soon enough. Aaron Rodgers is my guest. You know, Aaron, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is easy. You ran into a very good San Francisco 49er team, but prior to the end of that game, was there any point during the season that you ever thought that you wouldn't be back here in Indy playing for a Super Bowl?
Well, we lost to the Giants, and they were a better team that day. They definitely were. But, you know, I think as the season went on, we felt great about our chances to get back to the Super Bowl. We liked our team. You know, we didn't play as well as we wanted to on that day. They were the better team that day. They got on a roll, as we did the previous year. You know, often it's the hottest team going into the playoffs that ends up playing for the Super Bowl, not maybe the team with the best record. And unfortunately, we got beat by a team that played better on that day.
Radio Row. Got in my head for a minute, of course. Thank you for correcting me. You know, when you look at that, the better team beat you that day. Offensively, you guys did not have one of your better days. Is it just one of those things where you didn't play well when it mattered most, or is it something they did to you defensively?
Well, I think both. You know, I think we obviously didn't play the way we wanted to on offense. You know, we hadn't had that many turnovers in a game in a long time. Turned the ball over 4 times. Uncharacteristic turnovers for us. It took points off the board directly, and on a couple of occasions gave them a great opportunity to score. But you have to give them credit. They have a great defense. Their front four, especially in that NASCAR package they have, when they put 4 defensive ends on the field, they're as good as anybody getting to the passer. And when they can rush 4 and have effective rushes and be able to drop 7 in the coverage, the windows become smaller, and the opportunities for success in the passing game become a little more difficult.
Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers joining us on the phones. Aaron, one other way to put that, did you have any feeling at all going into that game that something like that could happen, or was it a shock?
Well, I felt like they were going to try and do that. That was what they tried to do at New York earlier in the season. We beat them 38-35. You know, rush 4, drop 7, play some 2 high man, play some 1 high man. Try and disrupt the timing. We just were effective that day, and unfortunately, we're not as effective, in the playoffs. So we got to give them credit, but we know that wasn't our best effort, and turn the ball over 4 times. You know, it's tough to win. I don't care, if it's playoffs or regular season or preseason.
Yeah, Aaron, I guess I can keep looking for reasons as to why that happened. You can keep saying, and you probably would, that, look, it's a good team. They played a good game. They played better than us, and we normally don't turn the ball over. I will take a shot at one more thing. I mean, looking back on it right now, was it the right call to rest certain guys during the Week 17 game, or would it have been better to play through and try and stay sharp?
Yeah, I don't think that the whole rust factor that some of the media members wanted to talk about after the game, I don't think that had a direct impact on the game. Didn't affect me personally, myself, Clay, and Wood. We all sat down the last week. We had our full team back for the playoffs. No excuses there. We all didn't play our best game, myself included.
You know, Aaron, the reward for having a great year individually is the trip to Hawaii. You get selected to play in the Pro Bowl. It's a great honor. Everybody wants it. But the game itself seems to be getting tougher and tougher to watch. You want to get selected, but do you want to play in the game?
Well, you want to be in Indy this year, but I have to admit I was a little surprised. I hadn't been I was selected in 2009, played in the 2010 Pro Bowl, and that game had a lot more energy in it than the game that we played a couple days ago. So I personally have to apologize for some of the things that went on in the game. We had a competitive third and fourth quarter, but I guess I have to admit I was a little surprised by the effort of some of my teammates.
I mean, you're not in a position where you can call anybody out, right? Like, come on now. These guys bought their tickets. People are watching. You got to give us a little bit more. I mean, can you say something like that to Pro Bowl teammates?
Well, I think it becomes a pride thing. I know that going into my first Pro Bowl, 2010, we had the Dallas Cowboys staff. It was a different offense. I made sure I studied my playbook. I wanted to have a good showing. I know that there was going to be a lot of fans in the stands, and also Packer fans and football fans across the country watching that game, and I wanted to put on a good show. No different this week. We had our coaching staff. I wanted to make sure that I put the time in to know exactly what we're doing. We tweaked a couple things in the offense, changed some terminology. I wanted to play well, and maybe that wasn't true of all the players who played in the game.
I respect that. You got the awards ceremony or the awards show coming up this weekend. Are you going to stay for the game?
Well, I'm doing something on Sunday with NBC, so I think by default I'm going to be around it. Being a young player, it's exciting to go to the Super Bowl and be around the parties and the different players and the events and stuff. I think once you've been there as a player and experienced everything, it doesn't have the same kind of appeal. So not something that I really want to do. As far as be around the game. However, I am excited about the award show. I am excited about working with NBC. It is going to be a good game.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I would imagine with the responsibilities you have, you'll honor the commitments and you'll certainly get something out of that work. But to have the year that you had this year, to come as close as you did, I can't imagine that wanting to sit through somebody else's Super Bowl is on your list of priorities. I just can't imagine that'd be something you'd really want to do.
No, it's not. But I have a lot of respect for the game, and I am a football fan. Longer than I've been a football player. So I know the significance of the Super Bowl. It was a blast to play in last year. I think you get kind of spoiled by that experience, and you forget kind of how difficult it is to get back there. So I'm not going to take it for granted. Our team isn't, and excited about our future. And at the same time, excited for New England and the Giants, knowing how that experience is. And both teams have been through it, the majority of their players. So I'm sure they're going to put on a good show for us.
Aaron, last thing, I saw Josh sitting on Twitter the other night making some noise about how he was hanging out with you at your house. There's no way you let Crazy sitting through your door, do you?
That was entirely false. Josh,
I knew it.
Josh, at different times, says some really bizarre stuff. I think he's begging me at times in the locker room to get on my Twitter during the season to get him some more followers. So now that the season's over, I'm going to get back on here shortly. I'm sure he's looking for ways to draw more attention to his profile page and get some more supporters.
My man, I'm not saying this just because I looked at it. I know because I do check on you from time to time. You have not been on since July 25th with that in and out tweet. Are you really looking to make a comeback?
I'm definitely going to make a comeback, potentially in the next couple hours. So
nice. All right, then we'll look for that.
I wanted to get back from Hawaii and then get back on, and I miss a lot of parts of Twitter, and excited about interacting with my followers again.
All right, so look for that in the next few hours. Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, my guest. Aaron, I appreciate you making time for it and joining me on the phones. Thank you very much. Have a great week, and we'll do it again soon.
Sounds good, buddy.
Thank you, Aaron.